Good afternoon. Hello, Dave. Hello, Don. Hello, everybody in
Good
the chat.
morning, everyone.
Oh, good
Hello.
morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is at your end of the world. How are you guys? I'm not going to name everybody like to say hello personally. It's way too many in the chat right now. I just say a warm welcome. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Sorry for the slight delay of 23 minutes, but I had to confirm some stuff. Guten Tag, Lavender. And yeah, let's get right into the Alexa today. Dave, do you have an Alexa?
No, I've got a Google little round thing, so I haven't got Alexa. But by the sounds of it, if you have an Alexa, don't murder people.
Or don't get one in the first place?
Yes, or don't get one in the first
You
place.
might
Because
change your mind
Alexa knows
after
everything.
after I show you some stuff. As
Hmm.
most of you guys know, I've been to a data protection law data protection course due to my work. And I built in what this guy has told me as well, a little bit. And I was in email contact with him today as well. So, first and foremost, you guys must know that data protection and the law of data protection is different in every country. While in Europe, the law of the European law applies, obviously, could be different to the data protection law that applies in the US or in Canada or in Asia or, all these countries or South Africa even. So they have the basics are they have all in common, right? But to receive and to protect your data, it's very, very different from country to country. But I'm going to be showing you tonight only what applies to the US and what not what only applies to the US, but what the basics is in the US as well as in any other country, right? They do their little adding more laws or like Germany, you can, for example, I give you a little example. In the United States, everything about your person is basically public, right? You can obtain your address, your phone numbers, the cars you have driven. Most of the court cases are publicly available, while in Germany or in Europe, you cannot obtain this information of on any person, right? It's all protected. So, Dave, anything to add? Don, anything to add? Just interrupt me.
You're out of my league.
I'm out of your league. Why is that?
I'm just going to sit right here and watch and learn. Okay,
Nothing for
everybody.
now.
For now, everybody, please pay special attention to Tanya. She has been talking about this for months with me behind the scenes. I mean months. And this is something, this is her special little pet. So I look forward to the presentation as much as everybody else.
It's not a big deal. And at the end, I will give you a few tips how you can avoid your data being out in the open. If you have an Apple Alexa or also Apple or Google, they're all the same, right? They don't admit it, but they're all the same. So I'm going to turn my camera off. And we're getting into this, sharing my screen. And just like yesterday, it still hasn't stopped snowing. So if my connection goes down, I'll be back in a minute.
I'll leave the show in Don's capable hands if that's the case.
Yes, or you or whoever, really. Alrighty. So this is what we're gonna talk about today. Where can I make that bigger? There you go. So it's all about Alexa. And to understand some things, you know me, guys, I want to explain how everything works, and what it does. So if you're not interested in that, just come back later. I get right into this. So what is Echo Dot or Echo? The little ones are called Dot. And how does it work? So the Amazon Alexa, also known simply as Alexa, is a virtual assistant technology developed by Amazon, first used in the Amazon Echo smart speaker and the Echo Dot. Echo Studio and Amazon Tab speakers developed by Amazon Lab 126. It is capable of voice interaction, music playback, making to-do lists, setting alarms, streaming podcasts, playing audiobooks, and providing weather, traffic, sports, and other real-time information, such as news. Alexa can also control several smart devices using itself as a home automation system. Users are able to extend the Alexa capabilities by installing skills, additional functionally developed by third-party vendors, such as various apps or Apple or your Google devices, smart home devices such as light switches, stuff like that. Users are able to extend, I read that already. Okay. Such as weather programs and audio features. It uses automatic speech recognition, natural language processing, and other forms of weak, all to perform these tasks. Most devices with Alexa allow users to activate the device using a wake word, such as Alexa or Amazon. The only 3 wake words Amazon is letting you use is Alexa, Echo, or computer. Other devices, such as the Amazon mobile app on iOS or Android and Amazon Dash Wand, require the user to click a button to activate Alexa's listening mode, although some phones also allow a user to say a command such as Alexa or Alexa Wake. It depends on what device is connected to your Alexa. You can also only connect your Amazon account to Alexa. It's all possible. So, where's your data going? To understand how several apps and stuff like that get your data, you got to understand what data is fed into the device and where is it going and where does it come back from, right? So all these other providers, let's say it's eBay, it's Amazon, it's Google, it's email, it's Microsoft, every one of them basically pulls your data on what your let's say activity is. Let's say you order something from eBay, right? eBay has your address, obviously, your phone number, possibly, stuff like that. So this data gets fed into a cloud or into a server of that particular company, and they basically talk to each other under, they get your data here and there and here and there. You can see that when you go to Google and check your searches. From now on, you always have to agree to their terms and conditions when you do a Google search, right? So this is also has to do with the data you allow them to use. So, and this is a little example. This, you see, is an Amazon device, like the Echo, but this could be any other device. This could be your phone. This could be even your smart TV. This could be everything and anything you have in your household. And I want to just put in, have you ever ordered furniture or a carpet or a rug on Amazon? And Amazon tells you, do you want to see that piece of furniture or the rug, carpet, or whatever in your house? And then a 3D calculation of your room takes place. And this is what most people don't know. They also store that data. So that means they have the dimensions of your living room, for example, right? So be careful with what you allow them to use and not to use. So from any device, here as an example, the Echo, it goes into a cloud. From the cloud, every one of us all sometimes get the message, oh, your cloud storage is full. Then it goes into their servers. From their servers, other companies pull your information, such as Maps, WhatsApp, Facebook, Google, Instagram, Twitter, Safari, all emails, YouTube, even Google Plus, Amazon. I could list like hundreds and hundreds of icons right here because they all pull your data because you allow them to, right? Sometimes with different internet websites, they don't even let you use certain things on their website or let you read certain things unless you give them permission to use your data, right? This is when you have to push that little button, allow cookies or allow agree to our terms and conditions, stuff like that. So it's basically a circle, right? So they know what you're doing. Best example is, have you ever looked for something on the internet, let's say for a holiday, or you want to book a flight or something like that? Then you go on Facebook and all of a sudden flight advertisements come up, holiday, all-inclusive advertisements come up. This is how the data circle works. So it goes round and round and round, and they pull, basically, if you allow them to pull your data, they give it to other companies. So let's say, for example, you Google a holiday. So Facebook knows, oh, she was been looking for a holiday, so she might be interested in a holiday. So let's put personalized advertisements in her newsfeed. Maybe she clicks on it, because if you click on it, Facebook gets money. And this is how it works, right? So this is the circle. Any questions so far about this from anyone? I hope
It does happen a lot, though. I will actually say something at home to Deb about something. It could be a car that we're looking at buying. Then all of a sudden,
the thing
and I'm
is,
not kidding, all of a sudden, within 24 hours, I actually get that model will appear in Facebook, in newsfeed. I have no idea why. And obviously this is why.
Yes. So what basically happens is, with clicking I agree, or yes, it's fine by me, or cookies, always put your cookies only to the necessary cookies. So allow them only to use necessary cookies. Necessary cookies include, for example, to build up that website, to put scripts in there, that Java stuff and all that. So there are necessary cookies you have to allow a website. So they can basically show you their website. If you don't allow the essential cookies, it could be that you have, they only show you half of their website, or you don't have some functions you should have on the website, such as a booking button or a join button, stuff like that. So there are essential stuff you should allow if you're interested in something, but they always have your data. So they all work together, basically. So where was I? Okay, so if there are no further questions, we can go back to that anyway. So then I found an interesting article I had been reading when I was at the course Amazon's Alexa collects more of your data than any other smart assistant. Are you worried about getting your voice assistant saving your conversations? Then best not to use Alexa. So they are saying, and that's from the website reviews.org. They do reviews and they're basic. I always go to them because they're honest, right? So they are not funded by any other one. They are independent test website. They test some stuff. And this is the latest report they brought out about Amazon Alexa. Our smart devices are listening, whether it's personally identifiable information, location data, voice recordings, or shopping habits. Our smart assistant know far more than we realize. A survey on a smart assistant usage conducted by reviews.org showed that 56 of respondents are concerned over data collection. After analyzing the terms and conditions of Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, Bixby, and Cortana. Bixby is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is something from Android, and Cortana is Microsoft. Though it was clear that some degree of data collection is ultimately inescapable. All 5 devices collect your name, phone number, device location, and IP address, the names and numbers of your contacts, your interaction history, and the apps you use. If you don't like that information being stored, you probably shouldn't use a voice assistant. And this is what I say, if possible, avoid doing that fingerprint lock and unlock on your phones. If possible, avoid doing face recognition. If possible, don't use Amazon, or don't allow Amazon to put that piece of furniture you want to buy into your room, because this is all data they store, right? So what actually happened when we were at the course, my colleague and I, she had a Samsung phone and I have an Apple 11 Pro. So what happened was we were looking for FFP2 masks on Amazon. And I got a 10-pack. They show, I put in Amazon FFP2 masks, 10-pack or 5-pack, and it got me a 10-pack for $39.99, right? My colleague put the same thing into her Amazon. And there you go. Her pack cost $20.99. This is also a thing. They know what device you're using. So if you use a more expensive device, like the newest Apple or, the newest Samsung, you will sometimes get a much higher price than somebody who goes into Amazon or eBay or on any other shopping site. They get a much cheaper price than you. So this is just what we learned at the course, and we tried it out, and it's really true. I couldn't believe it, but it was true. So she ordered the masks for me, and I saved basically half of my money. So this is a little chart of what data is collected about you. You see here the 5. Oh, it's Samsung, Bixby, Samsung. So it's Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant or Google, Apple Siri, Samsung Bixby, and Microsoft Cortana. They all collect your name, your time zone, your address is collected by Alexa, Siri, and Samsung. Google does not collect your address, and Microsoft also not. They all collect phone numbers. Alexa even collects your age and payment information. Of course they do, because they have it, right, on your Amazon account. Apple does have your stuff via the App Store, and Samsung does have your stuff via the, what is it called, the Play Store or something? Dave, do you have a Samsung? No, you have an Apple.
Google Play.
Google Play, right. Then personal interests as stored in your user profile. They collect that, except Apple. There was a huge lawsuit against Apple. Personal description as stored in your user profile. Also, Amazon and Samsung. The location of your device or computer. And here I must say, I learned today that even if you turn it off, they will know your location, right? So all of them store your location. Not directly your address where you are at the moment and cannot pinpoint you, but they do collect data of the area you're in, right? Because when you don't allow them to use your location, they still have your pings. And this is, like I said, a circle. So they get their data no matter what. Location history, places and routes. That's Google Assistant, obviously, through Google Maps. Your IP address, your emails. Only Microsoft does that. I almost cannot believe that Google Assistant does not store your emails, but if they say so, I believe them. Your calendar entries, acoustic model of voice characteristics. Everybody, any one of us has a different voice, right? So if you have a more, how do I explain that? Everybody has a different voice, so they go according to your voice. So they will know, is it you? Or, if you say, hey, Google, or I cannot say that word because my Siri will come on, or, Alexa, or whatever, they know the sound of your voice. So they can identify you. Then data collected about your contacts, names for stored contacts, all of them, use them. Nicknames, obviously, they cannot store nicknames, but Google can, Siri can, and Microsoft can. If you put, for example, a username or something in it. Relationships for stored contacts, they even know, is that your mom? Is that your brother? Is that your sister? They know the relationship you have with a contact you store. Phone numbers for stored contacts, they all know their phone numbers. Addresses, as far as you give addresses or email addresses, are also be stored.
Can I comment a little?
Yes, sure.
I find it hilarious that Google pretends that they don't know the exact address.
They do.
Yet they know the exact location, both Google and Microsoft, in fact.
Yeah.
So how hard it is if they know the location during the night to know what our address is?
What do you mean during the night?
I mean, at night we usually sleep at home. So if our location is the same during the night, usually we're at home.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Alexa show, it actually lets you make video calls on Wi-Fi. Yes, but we gotta take into consideration and keep in mind that they had an Echo Generation 2. And back then, I don't know if they used it, but I don't think it was possible. It's possible since 2019, I believe.
Can I
If I
also
read that
add,
right.
Google
So,
also does their Street View, as we all know.
yes,
And just imagine the data collection as they go past your house, okay, with their Google Street View.
yeah.
Just imagine they are collecting IP addresses, they're collecting, you
Thank you,
name
Lydia.
it, they're collecting anything they can in that actual vicinity, along with taking pictures of your street and your house.
Yes. Data, data and advertisement is the thing in this world where you can make the most money. Everybody wants your data, right? Thank you. Okay, let's move on. So this is the data collected about your files and activity. And I don't know if you guys are interested, but as you can see here, Amazon Alexa, almost everything except voice recordings from smart assistant interactions, your online searches, names of photos, albums stored on your device. And these are simply, they are not able to do that simply because it's not the device for storing pictures and stuff like that. You could, though, hook up your phone to Alexa and tell Alexa, please show me picture image number 1360 on my phone. And she will do that, even though she cannot store your pictures on her own, but she can control your device. And everything you feed into her on information, she basically is using as your command. And I do understand that all these devices like Alexa and Siri and Google and all this, it's comfortable. I want to sit on my couch and say, Alexa, turn my light on and off. But it's not, I've decided not, after that course I took, I've decided not to do that. No smart home devices for me. So then data collected about your devices and network. Here it goes. Device performance statistics. So Alexa knows exactly at what time you are home, what time your door opens, what time you're going out, how many people are in your house even, accordingly recording through the voices she recognizes. Device specifications, device configurations. This is needed because you can hook up your Alexa to, like I said, your phone. So she needs to have access to your configurations, because if you turn off, let's say, data location or maps or anything like that, and don't allow Alexa to have access, then your phone will alert and ask you to give Alexa permission to use your location. Otherwise, they cannot calculate your route or something like that. Record of technical errors, that's important for updates. Information about internet connected devices linked to your smart assistant. This is what I said. Is somebody typing, Dawn? Dawn, are you typing?
Sorry.
It's okay. Information about internet connected devices, like I said, smart homes, switches, light bulbs, all that kinds of stuff. Then she collects connectivity data. That means, like I said, when did you log into some device and stuff like that. Wi-Fi network details. Of course, she's hooked up to your router. Wi-Fi credentials, if synced within a smart home network. Information about your internet service provider, obviously, because she's hooked up to your router. Any questions so far? Yes, your info is all over the world, probably, depending. And what some companies also do, but that's just a side note. For example, in Germany, they say, oh, your data is safe with us. You don't have to worry about. But then they put their servers in the United States. So all your data, it's just an example from Germany, will go to the United States, and there are different laws applying. So you see, they always find a kind of little hole where they can use your stuff. All right. So privacy concerns. There are concerns about the access Amazon has to private conversations in the home and other non-verbal indications that can identify who is present in the home. that's what I told you earlier, with non-stop audio pickup from Alexa-enabled devices. Amazon responds to these concerns by stating that the devices only stream recordings from the user's home when the wake word activates the device. The wake word is Alexa or Amazon or Echo or computer, which is proven to be not really true. But we get into this. Amazon uses past voice recordings sent to the cloud service to improve responses to future questions. Users can delete voice recordings that are associated with their account. Alexa uses an address stored in the companion app when it needs a location. For example, Alexa uses the user's location to respond to requests for nearby restaurants or stores. See, there you see. If you don't allow or feed her enough information, she wouldn't know. So she knows, or Google knows, or any device knows where you are at. So let's just think about Chris Watts, Lazy Dog near me, or Dave Bunk Minerals near me, you know? So this shows us that he did not turn off any location services, any data protection stuff. He had all that open, right? So this is good for an investigation to know that he had everything just set to default. So he did not make any changes. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all this data of his significant locations, what he was searching, stuff like that. Amazon retains digital recordings of users' audio spoken after the wake word. And while the audio recordings are subject to demands by law enforcement, government agents, and other entities via subpoena, Amazon publishes some information about the warrants, subpoenas, and warrantless demands it receives. So what they basically do is they want to stay. They don't want to get into the focus, right? Because otherwise, every one of you would know that they actually store your stuff and they are able to pull your stuff when law enforcement asks for it or a judge asks for it, but they don't want you to know, like, so obvious, okay? So this is just something from Wikipedia. I screenshotted because I found that really, really, really interesting. Not all this necessarily, but something. Where was it? Yeah, here. There was even a woman. She asked Amazon something about her bloodstream or her system, and Alexa told her to stab herself to make space for new people on this planet or something like that. I'm not going to read all of this. You can screenshot it or go back, but it's really interesting what happens and what can happen, like weird stuff. And Amazon is blaming that, as they say here. Amazon blamed the incidents on human error and called it an isolated single case. However, in May 2018, an Alexa device in Portland, Oregon, recorded a family conversation and sent it to one of their contacts without their knowledge. And this is just things that happened with the Alexa device. And like I said, you can read it if you want to. So let's get into the Amazon and murder. But before that, I want to see if you guys have any questions. Dave, anything?
She knows far too much.
Who?
Alexa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. No wonder they took Alexa into custody and didn't say anything about her.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
People just need to be aware. Okay. We're going to watch 3 little videos I prepared for you guys. It's just examples of 3 cases where Alexa or the Echo was actually used in murder cases. Okay.
Amazon's Echo device may have been a silent witness to what police are calling a murder. Investigators are now hoping it can offer some clues into the death of a woman in Florida, and ABC's Victor Okendo has more.
Amazon's Alexa may be able to do more than answer your questions.
Showing cooking classes.
She may now be helping to solve an alleged murder mystery. Police in Florida say they're using audio recordings obtained from a pair of Amazon smart speakers, which police are hoping may have captured audio of the alleged killing of 32-year-old Sylvia Galva inside this Hollandale Beach apartment complex.
The digital evidence is at times an extremely important part, integral part of solving these cases.
According to the police report, 43-year-old Adam Crespo and Galva were arguing back in July when he tried to pull her off a bed, but Galva grabbed a spear to keep herself on the bed when he heard a snap and the blade had penetrated the victim's chest. The defendant telling police he pulled the blade out of the victim's chest, hoping it wasn't too bad. That pierced to the chest, killing Galva. Crespo is charged with second-degree murder.
My client is innocent, and we hope these recordings show that.
This is not the first time recordings on an Amazon device have been sought to be used as evidence. In January 2017, Amazon was ordered by a judge to hand over recordings taken by an Echo in a New Hampshire home where 2 women were found murdered. The 34-year-old boyfriend of one of the women was charged with first-degree murder for both deaths. He pleaded not guilty, the case ending in a mistrial. It's unclear whether there was any evidence on the Amazon device. Hollandale Beach police confirmed that Amazon handed over the recordings made by the Echo devices, and they are reviewing them. Amazon tells ABC News audio is not streamed to the cloud or recorded unless it detects a wake word, Alexa, computer, etc. Adding the company does not disclose customer information in response to government demands unless we're required to do so to comply with a legally valid and binding order. Victor Okendo, ABC News, Hollandale Beach, Florida.
Now, Crespo has been released on bond. He's now awaiting his next.
So as you can see, they say, oh, we cannot store any information or any conversations. But if a judge asks us to release it, we will. So this is contradicting, right? So this is the next case.
In Bentonville, Arkansas, the hometown of Walmart, a trial is about to begin over the mysterious death of a former police officer at a local residence. But vital information in the case may have been recorded by an Amazon Echo, and the case may help decide an issue emerging in a connected world, whether prosecutors should be able to subpoena a virtual assistant.
Well, the details basically are this, that on the day of November the 21st of 2015, the Razorbacks played Mississippi State. There's the kickoff. And the defendant in this case, Mr. James Bates, had a couple of friends over to his home to watch the game. And after the game was over, the evidence is that they had all, had a good time that night. They'd been drinking and hanging out. And about 9:30 a.m., James Bates called 911 reporting that a work associate of his, Victor Collins, was found dead in James Bates's hot tub. And so the investigation progressed, and as a result of that investigation, Mr. Bates was arrested for murder.
Bates has pled not guilty. Kimberly Weber, a member of his defense team, was keen to point out that the police have not mentioned a motive or any DNA evidence linking Bates to the crime.
I would call this case less than circumstantial, and that makes it a pretty weak case. I hadn't seen a case that is so light on evidence.
Smith admits it's a difficult case. And a few days after the initial crime scene examination, investigators went back to Bates's home with a new and unexpected line of inquiry.
One of the detectives in the case found an Amazon Echo, and that was among the items that we obtained a search warrant for.
So why did you think there might be, important evidence in Amazon servers?
We have a device that could have been activated and could have recorded something that night. It could have recorded portions of the crime itself. We don't know that. The mere fact that this is a device, as I understanding, that is always listening and sometimes recording, depending on if it has been given the proper voice command by someone, it's certainly relevant to know what's on there.
It's not totally clear what the Echo does record and when. Amazon's programmed Alexa to respond to a question on the topic.
I only send audio back to Amazon when I hear you say the wake word.
In an email, The company said that the Echo is sending audio to its servers only when the blue light is on, and that users can check and delete any recordings it makes. One research firm estimates that Amazon has sold about 5 million Echoes.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, there's nothing more interesting. So here again, Amazon says, oh, I'm not recording, but how do they get the recordings, right? So yeah, next case.
Was Alexa, Amazon's virtual assistant, listening during a gruesome double murder? Christine Sullivan and Jenna Pellegrini were brutally stabbed to death at a home in New Hampshire, and authorities believe an Amazon Echo device found in the kitchen may hold evidence that could finally crack the case. In January 2017, Christine Sullivan and her friend Jenna Pellegrini were brutally murdered inside Christine's home. Christine was stabbed 8 times, her skull fractured. Jenna was stabbed a staggering 43 times. 2 days later, police found their butchered bodies under a tarp in the backyard. A knife wrapped in flannel was buried nearby. Police on the scene found a blood-soaked mattress and blood splattered on the kitchen walls. Also found in the kitchen, an Amazon Echo device that may have captured audio of Christine's gruesome murder. Less than 2 weeks later, 34-year-old Timothy Verrill was arrested and charged with the murders. Investigators say Verrill was captured on surveillance cameras arriving at the house in a flannel shirt. And over the next few days, he reportedly bought cleanup products, got a new phone, and even went to see a priest. Authorities believe Verrill, a friend of Christine's boyfriend Dean, murdered the women after suspecting them of ratting to police about an alleged drug operation. He has pleaded not guilty to murder charges and is awaiting trial.
I'm Alexa. How can I assist you?
Prosecutors want to know if Amazon's Alexa was listening during the women's horrific murders. They believe the device may have captured audio evidence of the crimes. Now, a judge has ordered Amazon to turn over any recordings made by the Echo device, making Alexa a possible star witness in Verrill's upcoming trial.
Of course, I can help with that.
And joining us now is crimeonline.com's Nancy Grace. And Nancy, despite the judge's order, recordings from the victim's Echo have not yet been released by Amazon. What do you think? Should Amazon be compelled to release those recordings? And what impact could that data have on this case?
Well, Jesse, if I were a gambling woman, I would put my money on the judge. Now, in the past, Amazon has always fought. They don't want to hand over these documents, claiming privacy of their clients. But in the end, I think the court will win out and Amazon will be forced to hand over the information.
And this is interesting, too, because, Nancy, this isn't the first time that we've seen high-tech smart devices like Echo and Fitbit being used as tools in criminal cases. Is this a new trend that we're now seeing in law enforcement?
Jesse, it is a new trend in law enforcement. Let me direct your attention to the case of Richard Debate and his dead wife, Connie. Debate claimed an masked assailant broke into their home and murdered his wife around 9 a.m. But according to her Fitbit, she was up walking around about 1,500 steps at 10:10, an hour after she was dead. Now, unless she rose from the dead, he was lying, and the Fitbit proved it. I think this is a trend. You're going to see more and more technology as evidence.
As always, Nancy, thanks for being with us and also for bringing us the latest.
So as I said before, you guys, the evidence is definitely in the data, right? You just saw what Nancy said. They caught a murderer because the woman had steps on her phone when she was already dead, right? So it's very, very important. And we got to get this straight out there and right. Yes, Don?
I have a few comments to make.
Yeah.
First of all, the videos are very good advertising for Amazon.
Yeah.
Sadly. Second of all, they said in each video that sound may have captured something may have been recording.
Mhm.
From my knowledge, I don't know any sentence given by a judge that took as evidence such a recording from Alexa. Think a little about those wake words.
Well, all
How-
these cases, the judge ruled that Amazon has to give them the recordings, and they were also used in those cases.
No,
And
before getting to those recordings, alleged recordings, in the middle of a crime, let's say somehow Alexa starts recording, but
yeah,
who spoke the wake words? It's not like the victim suddenly says, Alexa, start recording because I'm getting killed.
yes, and this is all what it is about, because Amazon knows damn well that Alexa is recording. It is recording, even though if you don't use the wake words.
It is possible, but if they admit that, they lose everything.
Yeah, of
So
course, that's why
it's
they fight every single case. They fight every single case. And then it gets, like the judge, for example, requests, I saw the warrant on one of these cases. He requests massively what he wants, right? The name, data, everything that Amazon has of this account. And then Amazon comes in and says, well, we cannot give you this, but we can give you that. We cannot give you this, but we can give you that. So they narrow it down what they actually give. Right?
my opinion is that they are using such so-called recordings more like a bluff when they interrogate suspects. That is all they can do to make them accept they did something bad. But otherwise, I don't think any of those detectives from the law enforcement could provide any such recording.
That I don't know. I don't know, but it could have recorded, right? It depends on, of course, maybe they did not get recordings as such. That's simply because Amazon comes in and they fight everything, right? So the judge needs another search warrant to be executed, and it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And what Amazon does is they always say, oh no, it's data protection. No, it's data protection. So what data the court actually gets from Amazon, we don't know. It might be the case that they have everything about you, but only give a piece or a little bit of the data they collected about you, right?
The technology makes it possible, but in fact, yes,
Definitely.
we don't know.
It's not only Amazon Alexa, it's your smart TV, it's your phone, it's Siri, it's everything.
Yes.
It's always possible that you are being recorded. To get the data, that's the difficult thing.
Yeah. Anyway, I think your message is that we have to think a lot what we do with our privacy and how much we can trust in today's technology and artificial intelligence.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Let's get to the Watts case. So as you can see here, the Alexa right there at the window. So they had this, that's the second generation built in 2017. And this is the one the Watts had on their kitchen counter. As you can see here, this is all screenshots from the discovery. They recovered the Echo from the kitchen area. The brand is Amazon. They don't give us a model number, year, or anything like that. I just researched and put in 2018. There was another generation, but as I blown that up, you can clearly see it's the second generation that was built in 2017 they had. So they took that into evidence. Value $100, and they recovered that on the 15th. So let's see where they found it, if that's true. Oh, yeah, I also screenshotted that because there were some people asking where did they actually find Shanann's watch. I located an Apple Watch on the nightstand of the master bedroom that was later determined to belong to Chris Watts. We all saw that on the body cam footage that he had not on his watch on, he had it on the nightstand. I also located an Apple MacBook Pro on the desk in the office. Watts was again contacted by phone and he gave consent to seize any electronic devices located in the residence. They were collected as evidence. An Apple Watch determined to belong to Shanann Watts was located on a couch in the upstairs loft area underneath the throw pillows. This watch was collected as evidence. An Apple...
Can I interrupt quickly?
Yeah.
Exactly where her phone was on Monday, everybody.
Yep.
The exact same spot where her phone was found, her watch was found on the Wednesday.
Right. So if they had lifted up 2 more pillows, they would have probably found it.
Correct.
Yeah. An Amazon Echo smart home device was located on the kitchen counter and was collected as evidence. Also, the book was not found in the kitchen trash can. It was found in the garage. The book with the Amazon box. Okay, so that was right. They didn't lie. So then Cassie, for me, the real hero, doing the first phone call ever for somebody to go out and check for Shanann. It wasn't NA. Cassie also wanted to make sure investigators know that there was an Amazon Alexa in the Watts house that may have recorded something to aid in the investigation. So here again, you see Cassie tells them, get the Amazon Alexa. It could be something on there. You know, did they even bother before Cassie told them to go get it? Probably not. So to me, Cassie is the real hero. Special Agent Coder asked Chris if we could go back and talk about that night. Chris agreed, and Special Agent Coder told Chris the police had his Alexa, which he explained was trained to record distress. And the police also had the contents of his, Cassinger's, and Shanann's text messages. And this is from Amazon. Alexa may send recordings to Amazon if certain frequencies and decibels that can only be heard during intense arguments or screams are detected. So this right here proves that Alexa does not only react to Alexa, Amazon, Echo, or computer. And this
Kay
also,
hates to put something very interesting in here.
yeah, I don't see chat, sorry.
It's okay. No. It's a chain of custody issue relative to the data recordings. If the victim initiated a recording, game over. If not, victim does not own the data. Data collection company will deny the data exists.
Yes. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. This is what I said about the Facebook data. Who owns your pictures? Who owns your data? They do. You don't.
Correct.
Even though if some people don't believe that, but it's really true. You all agree by clicking I agree on the terms and conditions. And be honest, you guys, who even reads the terms and conditions? Nobody. I never do.
Never.
So what I was about to say, this also could prove, it's a possibility. And it tells us that there was no arguments, right? They went into an argument, he says. And Amazon tells us Alexa may send recordings to Amazon if certain frequencies and decibels that can only be heard during intense arguments or screams are detected. So to me, that indicates there was no fight, no argument, no nothing. But there might have been arguments or screams before, because these are his router logs. And as we know now, Alexa is hooked to the router. So every time you give him in the wake word, or maybe she's recording an argument, she gives a signal.
This is very interesting, everyone. The very top one is very interesting.
Dave, do you want to explain that real quick? I have to go for a second.
No problem. Okay.
I just leave that up as it is, yeah?
Yep, leave it right there as it is, please. Okay. On Sunday, Chris was getting his girls ready to go to the party, everybody. At about 10 to 1, 5 to 1 in the afternoon, Chris left the home and he arrived at the Lindstrom residence at approximately 1 p.m. This is clearly showing there was an Alexa alert in Chris's house at 1:15 p.m. Sunday at the party. We all know Chris took a photo of his children playing in the swimming pool in the backyard of the Lindstrom's property at 1:30 p.m. Who was in Chris Watts's house at 1:15 activating Alexa? That is the question. Shanann was not at home on Sunday. She was in Arizona. Who activated Alexa at 1:15 on Sunday afternoon? So everything you have all learned, everybody, about Alexa in the past 45 minutes to an hour, does that make you wonder? Was it the dog barking?
No.
Okay.
She wouldn't recognize a dog barking.
So who is in that house at 1:15 on Sunday when we all know Chris is out of there and at the actual party? Okay. So it's
Any of these.
and when you go through, you know, and then the next one, I'll let you explain the rest of them. But I find the Sunday intrigues me more than any other day. It like really intrigues me and has done ever since I started following this case. There is something massive about the Sunday. And they just went over it so quickly with NK when she was describing her alibi. They flew through it. Oh, you know, what day did we go to the museum? Says Daddy, you know, in the interview.
Yeah, he told her where she was.
Correct. He gave the alibi.
Yeah.
For her. And it's, I want to know where she was because she had so much activity on Sunday, messaging Charlotte, backwards and forwards with Charlotte and others all around this exact time when she was meant to be at the museum.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I just want to let everyone know we don't get the locations of her on Sunday making phone calls.
Right. Was there a conversation going on with two people or a phone call? Would Alexa detect either? Yes.
Yep, that meant somebody was in the house, actually
Right.
in the house, everybody. And I want to know who
I
it
guess
was.
so. I guess so, yeah.
That's information that should be out there, and we should actually know that. And hence why Alexa is in evidence and still in evidence, everybody.
Yes, and another interesting thing is we all know Alexa, she recognizes your voice, right? So if somebody, I'm not saying there was, but if somebody was at the house, in the house, August the 12th at 1:15 p.m., this must be a person Alexa recognized the voice.
This is correct.
Saying, right?
And there are four people. There are four people that were living with the Watts and had been in the Watts home up until the end of June 2018, and had also, and there were two in particular who had lived with the Watts in late 2015 through to the mid 2017, and it's very interesting to know that Alexa only knows voices it knows.
Mm-hmm.
It recognized Nicole Atkinson yelling at 12:18 out for Shanann, but we do know it only recognizes voices it knows. So, if it's not NK, who was it? And it wasn't Chris, and it wasn't Shanann. I want to know the whereabouts of everybody on Sunday. Everyone in this associated with this case who are family members on both sides. I want to know the exact locations of where they were on Sunday, the 12th of August, 2018.
Yeah, I love you being sarcastic, KH. Thank you so much. Yes, and Kay can't remember where she was on Sunday. That said, I'm sure it wasn't NK in the house. Psych. Yeah, so true. Also, what's very interesting is look at this. Monday, August the 13th, 12:18. Alexa is triggered. And this is when Nicole Atkinson was there and was unable to enter the house because the latch prevented her from going in. So Alexa might have recognized her voice when she opened the door and maybe said or was screaming out for Shanann, her name or whatever, you know? So yeah, this is very interesting. Then on the 13th, an hour before Shanann came home, somebody was saying something, or it was an argument. We don't know, because now we know it may send recordings if somebody is arguing or screaming. It may send recordings. So what was happening here at 12:47 a.m. or at 11:49 p.m. or at 10:52 or at 11:20 Tuesday morning, right? What was happening? And this is significant because he was going, as we saw on his phone, he was going in and out, talking to NK on the phone. He had loads of steps, stuff like that, right? So very, very interesting. But as you can see, it works. It comes all together. All the data comes basically together. Questions and answers.
I'll be right back.
I just screenshotted some of to answer some questions you guys may have. And this is what it gives you. So does Alexa keep transcripts? You can access your data and play recordings back from the Alexa app. as well as delete recordings via voice. So this right here tells us as well, it does not only trigger when you say the wake word. You can actually listen to your recordings in your app. That's all the correct things Alexa has heard, as well as other triggers marked as text not available, which is where the voice wasn't intended for Alexa, but was recorded anyway. So even though Alexa does not give you the voice recording and tells you text not available, it might be already here or here. Remember that circle. Keep in mind, they don't want you to know what they have about you. That's their main concern, because there's a shitload of money to be made with advertisements. The Alexa system is connected directly to Amazon's massive private service. Where is it? Massive private service. The servers are equipped with state-of-the-art technology that allows every individual Alexa customer to have their own account with their own files. The data about your grocery list is saved next to your favorite music. So they save everything. Does Amazon collect data from Alexa? A new analysis conducted by reviews.org, this is what I showed you previously, has revealed that out of the smart assistants you could have on your phone or in your home, Alexa collects the most user data, including everything from personal identifiable information to shopping habits. And your shopping habits is what I told you about. You know, you're looking for something, you might get a slightly higher price, or you're looking for a vacation to book. Now you all of a sudden get advertisements, right? But like I said, this could be any device, any smart device in your house, anything, your smart TV, your light switches, anything that would be capable of storing data is capable of telling you exactly what you did. Because when you, let's say you have a smart home and your light switch is hooked up to some of your devices, or to to Alexa, or to any device, they know exactly at what time you switched on that light bulb. And this is just how it goes. Is it true that Alexa is always listening? Yes, Amazon Alexa is always listening to you, but it's not quite as creepy as it sounds. While Alexa can hear everything you say, it's only passively listening, waiting for its wake word. The wake word, which could be Alexa, Echo, or computer, activates Alexa so that it can respond instantly to your requests. So it does listen in all the time, even though passively. But we don't know if that data is not recorded, right? We don't know that. Amazon is fighting every time a judge wants some suspects or a victim's data profile. This is how you can stop it. If you're looking to take control of your smart assistant, you can stop Alexa from sending your recordings to Amazon. Turn off Google Assistant and Bixby and manage Siri's data collection habits. That means if you use Siri or a Samsung device with Android, just switch off in Siri or in your iPhone, switch everything off so they cannot collect your data anymore. And there was recently, I think 2 years ago or something, Facebook was in a huge court fight with Apple in Germany. I don't know if it came to other countries now as well, or if it was introduced to other countries as well. In Germany, they went to court with Facebook went to court with Apple about Apple was making sure that their customers' data is safe. So with the new Apple iOS update that came out, customers had the choice to switch on or off your all of your location, all of your tracking, what websites you're looking for, everything. You could do that before, but now it stopped basically the chain of data information to other companies or providers. So Facebook took them to court and said, well, 90% or 80% of Facebook users are Apple users. Everyone has an Apple device. So if the court rules in favor of Apple, that would mean billions and billions and billions of euros or dollars or whatever in loss for Facebook. Because what happens is Apple does not send them any information so they can provide you with personalized advertisements. And this is what they stopped. And that case took about 2 years, and the judge ruled in favor of Apple. So everyone in Germany is now specially protected. I don't know if it's in the US or in Europe, in any other country, but from then on, all my friends on Facebook, when you use Messenger even, they get every time you use the Messenger, you get a little notification that that European law applies when you use Facebook Messenger and your data is protected and stuff like that, and you always have to click agree. Right? That was never there before. Ever since that sentencing, or since the judge ruled in favor of Apple, they did that. Now I bored you to death with that, but I found it's important. So let's hope Chris Watts left the settings as they were by default, which I believe he did, because otherwise we wouldn't have all this data. How long does Alexa store your data? Amazon lets you choose how long the company holds on to your Alexa recordings until you delete them, 18 months, 3 months, or never. By default, Amazon will save them until you delete. So in their settings, in your settings, if you never change it, Amazon will keep it until you delete it. So we could be lucky and he didn't delete anything, or she didn't delete anything. So it would be still available. It would be still available if they requested. And this is what I'm truly, truly hoping for, because this is the route we're going to go next, trying to get this data. And another little tip regarding data protection and data in general. If you're interested in this, and if most people, they say, what can they do, other than, giving me personalized advertisements and stuff like that. It's a multi-million billion-dollar business, the data business. They sell addresses or even email addresses, stuff like that, right? So if you come across, or if you're in a grocery store, let's say, and they offer you, oh, do you want a customer card? Think twice. Yeah, because if it's free, you are the product. That means if they offer you something for free, you got to give something in return, but not knowing what it is, and it's your data. Is Facebook free? Yes, it is. What do they want from you? Your stuff. They want to analyze behavior. What do people like? What do people look for? Is Google free? Yes, it's free. They want to analyze. How can we sell this and that? What are you interested in? What are you searching for? Can we give you specific advertisements on your computer for that? You may click on some advertisement we show you. Is YouTube free? Yes, same thing. You click on something. If it's for free, you are the product because you're paying in the background with your data. And this is just what I wanted to tell all of you, just to
Tanya,
be a little bit careful. Yes.
just quickly, can you go back to the Alexa alerts?
Yeah.
4 up from the bottom, please.
Oops. Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you. All right, so just there was a thing here. We talked about the dog barking earlier. I just want to just explain. Somebody just wrote, wouldn't it detect the dog barking, in the house, etc.? Well, we all know data.
I looked. Sorry, can I
actually,
say
but
something? Can I just say something?
yes,
I looked for it because I thought about it. But it said on the internet, I don't know, maybe somebody finds something different. But what I found is that Alexa is only recognizing human
okay.
voices and vocals.
Well, this is
So-
where I want to actually prove that is true, what you just stated, because we all know Officer Coonrod was at the door of the house. He opened the door of the house, and there were a couple of times we actually heard Dita bark. Okay, and the last time was at about 2:03 p.m., 4 minutes before Chris got home.
Yes. Yeah.
And there are no Alexa alerts at 2:03 p.m. on Monday, the 13th of August. So no, Alexa did not recognize the dog's bark. I just thought I'd let you all know.
Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, that's basically, some people think it's not important, and I don't really mind, but when they have my data, because, they can only use what I allow them to use. So algorithm, exactly, Elizabeth. So yeah, just be careful. My boss, we brought out a customer card. And every time I buy something in our shop, she's asking me, do you have our card? And I'm like, of course not. And they all laugh at me. They say, you have changed so much since you've been to that freaking data class. And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it all for you guys.
Well, we have a very special person on our panel today, Don Joe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and people may laugh and wonder the name Don Joe.
Yeah.
Well, when we communicate between the three of us, it's not through Facebook Messenger, because Don Joe doesn't believe in Facebook in any way, shape, or form.
No.
For this very, very reason.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And hence his name, his public name on YouTube, Don Joe.
Yes.
I mean, let's please, people need to respect somebody's privacy. And Don
Yes, definitely.
definitely is one who is a prime example ever since he's joined joined Tanya's channel and joined us as part of our team. He is one person that everybody should respect because he has maintained that identity of Don Joe. And thanks, Don, for being who you are and showing the world that remaining anonymous is actually possible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cage. You raise the ball for me because I have an announcement to make. I talked with Tanya, and I think that you know too, Dave.
Yep.
It's more like a public invitation in my name. And since it is coming from me, I have to say a few words about who is Don Joe. I hope you had enough time to watch or listen to my work, to know a little about my life values and my professional ethics. I will add some personal information about what I do for a living to know me better. I have 2 jobs. My full-time job is related to research engineering in aviation. On the side, I work as a forensic consultant, helping the law enforcement to gather difficult to get data before the suspects get interrogated. I provide them the evidence to crack the suspects. Given my part-time job, I cannot make my full identity public, and I hope you'll understand that. I prefer to let my action talk for themselves. Now, the announcement is addressed to all true crime aficionados around the world. It goes like this. If you want to be part of a credible community dedicated to true crime investigations, using scientific forensic methods to find data and analyze facts objectively, I invite you to join the RedX Crime Files channel and Seeking the Truth with Dave channel. I give them full credit because they are honest, determined, and trustworthy. We will respect the following 5 basic rules. 1. We will not brag about what we do. It is a team effort. I've told you that many times. It is not about us, but about the victims. Number 2, we will value your input because you are a source of inspiration for us. Sometimes we don't see the forest for the trees, and you can help us to be more productive. 3, we will not use your donations to get rich. Your generosity will be used to give you back the information you expect. Number 4, we will give credit to any useful information. And number 5, we will respect the privacy of our sources. Moreover, we promise you that you'll find each time interesting things that come only from our personal work. I hope that my invitation will gather around us as much public as possible, because only like that, we can be powerful. To show you some interesting things, to prove you that I have interesting things to show you today, I had a couple of hours free and I looked for information about Vivint system, because I don't think somebody talked about it in detail. And I will share my screen for a little while. Let's see.
First of all, thank you so much
You're welcome.
for your nice words. Very well said. Also, this is like a little surprise. Don told me before we went live that he worked on the Vivint. So yeah, this came unexpected for me too.
I had no idea what Don was about to say. None, Don. So when you say I
No,
maybe
sorry,
knew,
I did
didn't
not.
know.
I did not have time to tell you because it was
So
clearly.
that's fine. I had no idea, and I sincerely appreciate your kind words, Don. And people do need to realise, although I'm very outspoken, I'm very blunt and at times quite rude and obnoxious. and I swear a lot over on my channel. People need to know that's me, and I am only here for the truth. It's all about the truth, and it's definitely not about an ego in any way, shape, or form over on my platform. And together, we all complement one another in one way, shape, or form. And thank you so much, Don, for your kind words.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We also argue a lot to the point where we sometimes say, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. Leave me alone.
Yep, I'm done.
Then
I don't
2
want
minutes
no.
later, oh, have
Yeah.
you seen this? Have you seen that? Yeah, but this is what investigating and a friendship is, isn't it?
Yes, and it's how people can come from 3 different parts of the world and
Yes.
get together and absolutely work together. It's not about who has the biggest what.
No.
It's not about who has the most information. It's what each of us can bring. And I believe all 3 of us truly do complement one another in what we actually can bring to the table.
Yeah. Very well
Talking about different parts of the world, I'm not living in Germany
Oh, that would be
somebody
nice
said
if you would.
Definitely not.
maybe I will.
Yeah, that would be nice. I said to him, why are you not applying for a job as a forensic something in Germany? Yeah, we'll see what life brings, right?
Who knows? Yes.
Okay, do you want me to share your screen?
Yes, the entire screen.
Okay, you guys, big surprise. This is Vivint.
Okay. I think that you already know that Vivint is a company that provides home security systems and home automation systems. And I will start by showing you what devices are involved in those systems. As you can see on the left, we have the doorbell camera. We all know the doorbell camera from What's House. There is also an indoor camera that can be used also to communicate between two sides of an apartment. There is an outdoor camera, quite good one. Smart thermostats that can be used to regulate the temperature in our homes. I will jump over to the right. Vivint is compatible with Alexa and also with Google Home Mini. Another device is the smart lock. We know that also because we all saw Shannon coming home for the last time, and we heard the smart lock. And there is also a new device, a smart car, that takes care of our cars if we want. Apart from these devices, there are sensors that help us keep our house safe or to communicate with the rest of the devices I showed you. For instance, there's a smoke detector, a monoxide carbon detector, a door and window sensor, a glass break sensor that is a glorified name for a microphone that is listening to the sound of broken glass and reacts to it. A motion detector sensor that you already are familiar with, and also a flood and freeze sensor that can alert in case of flood or the temperature is too low in the room. The two most important parts in this frame, in this image, is the Smart Hub, which is in fact the control panel. This is the brain that gathers information from all the devices and from all sensors and displays them on this panel. It's like 7-inch panel. Another important part of the Vivint system is the phone application that people can download on their phone, Android or iPhone. And it is using this application that people can control remotely the Vivint system. It is another way to interact with the system other than the control panel. Let's see the next photo. Okay. The control panel can be mobile. It needs, though, a socket in the wall to function because it
Don,
needs
I need
power.
to interrupt. You're showing other things on your screen. You're not just showing the one thing. There are other things in the background on your screen.
I know.
Okay,
I'm showing-
yeah, I understand. I'll just, in case what you had in the background was private, I was just making sure.
No,
Okay.
no, I took care.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the control panel has also a battery that can power this panel for 1 day, and in case of a power surge, the control panel can still assure the security of the home, and it can communicate with a cellular GSM service to Vivint. There is also the possibility to install the control panel on a wall. And as you can see in this photo, the wires that go, the wires that give power to this device go inside the wall. What else? Okay, this is how the control panel looks like. It has all kind of controls. The user can set up many notifications from all the devices he or she has in the room, in the house, and can also look at the cameras that are installed. This is a close-up look of the door and windows sensors. And after I did this presentation, I was thinking that maybe we should look at every body camera footage to see those sensors, to understand what kind of devices were in what's house. You can see them on the frame of the door, and I would be very curious if it was only one such sensor at the basement door, or also on the windows of the basement. Maybe we should look closely to watch for those sensors. This is the doorbell camera, a close-up look. Nothing special. A camera that can reach up to, let's say, 50 feet or 15 meters. The sensitivity of the camera can be adjusted from high sensitivity to medium to low. We have a speaker in here and a microphone in the lower part. This is a close-up look at the so-called smart lock.
Excuse me, can I just say something?
Sure.
That would mean that the doorbell camera actually recorded sound.
Yes, yeah, because we can hear it when she actually opens the front
Okay.
door. You can actually
Don,
hear
do
her
you-
open it.
Do you know what the radius is of the device's voice recording?
The radius for picking the sound.
Yeah. Could it be that anything was recorded when he opened the garage or was walking in and out? Maybe possibly talking to somebody?
The camera only reacts to motion detection coming from the camera, not to sound. Sorry. And it is the speaker is usually used to speak with the visitors or with people that bring parcels. And I think that the radius would be maximum 2 meters. Or let's say the sensitivity.
Okay, somebody just said we hear NA's car driving off.
Yes, you do. Clearly. And
Okay.
Monica, who is one of the moderators here on your channel, just wrote, I got Vivint and it records all doorbell sounds.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for the radius, because I made a video about this, and I think the angle of the doorbell camera actually recording is wider than what we've been shown.
Oh, yes, I believe that too, because there is two videos out there of Shanann coming home in the front door, and one of them is from Shanann further away from the door.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but the official one, pretty much that was released, the one in the Netflix documentary, she's further away from the door.
Yes.
Actually, and the one on the news, she's actually
Records her
closer.
when she is coming around that curb.
Correct, closer
Yeah.
to the door. That's correct. Yes.
Interesting. Thanks.
Okay. This is how the application looks on the phone. There is not only one large image. There are 3 screenshots, put one near the other. As you can see, it has a lot of notifications, mostly alerts. Some are by default, and but the user has the possibility to set their own alerts. And as you can see, for instance, 4 windows are open. The living room motion detector detected movement 2 times, and so on. And of course, you can see all the cameras on the phone live and also recorded. And if I'm not mistaken, that is what we are all interested about. What was recorded, for how long, and where is the footage? We're getting there. So this is how the same thing looks on the control panel. On the right, those are the events. motion detected events. It looks similar to a CCTV system. Okay. I was looking also for the pricing plans Vivint has. I was interested in the protection level. As you can see, they have 3 levels of security: intermediate to advanced, and advanced. In all cases, the user has 24/7 cellular monitoring, meaning that they can use their phone to monitor what is happening in the house. In the intermediate to advanced, there is also the possibility of smart home automation. That is to interact with the devices that allows you to modify some parameters, like switching on the lights, adjusting the temperature, and so on. And the last one, it doesn't count too much. The video support, it's like having support from Vivint live on video. Okay, that is something else. In Davis' last show, people were asking about the color of the truck. And this is an enhanced image.
A very enhanced image. It's amazing.
I mean, we can see who is driving because the quality of the recorded image was very poor. Nevertheless, we can gather some information even from this photo.
This is a photo of a video, everyone. So it's not a photo. This is actually was a video taken at 6432 Saratoga Trail. So this is a photo of a video. Just sort of let you all know it's not a still shot originally.
Okay, now I would like to tell you what I found from the forensic point of view about the recordings. The control panel I showed you, this one, has the possibility to store information from the last 24 hours. If the system has also another device called smart storage device, the recordings can be extended up to 1 month. What I found also interesting was that the user can delete events. That was a very debated thing. Yes, they can delete events, but there is a log that stores that event, meaning it will show event number this and that was deleted. In some peculiar cases, some footage can also be restored with proper equipment. So what I would like to explain is that if somebody wanted to gather information from this control panel, they would have found, recorded everything that happened in the house in the last 24 hours. When Emily said there was an event at 4 a.m., more or less, 4:26, she only said about only one event, because I think that is all that she wanted to tell us. So there is proof that somebody looked at this control panel, but as usual, we don't know everything.
As usual, that is correct, Don, because they did not share with us any Vivint information in the discovery. None. And we do know from this video that you have just created for us all so splendidly that there would have been many, many detections throughout that home, especially between the hours of 1:48 a.m. and that door being opened by the police, by Chris at 2:07 p.m. There would have been many, many instances of movement in that house.
I would like to know how many devices from this system the Watts house had, how many sensors. That would help a lot.
Well, I'm going to go through more video. I'll do another live, and the goal of everybody in chat will be to find everything that's in your image that you just had on that screen, especially the window sensors and the door sensors.
Yes.
Don, can you go back a slide? No,
More?
2 slides. To the main one.
Yes.
Yeah. So that flood freeze, what it says on the right, I think I saw many of those in the bedroom, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Maybe that was a power source.
Maybe, yeah, but I gotta relook again.
I only remember they had a lot of fans,
Yeah,
vertical, horizontal.
because their
diagonal.
AC did not work.
Yeah, the aircon wasn't working at the time.
Yeah, but on the other hand, when Conrad entered the house, the smell of bleach was outstanding. So all those fans were motoring.
No, I think the
That's
smell
true.
of bleach was more so on the Tuesday than it was on the Monday. When they were going through the house with the dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the Tuesday more so than the Monday.
When Jane said it smells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Now I would like to show you something else. Just to
Oh,
show
a
you.
lot of surprises.
Here
Okay, I
we
love
go. Here we go. Oh, we know Don's been working on something for the last 3 months, everybody. Oh my goodness. How good is this?
No. West, I didn't finish.
Oh no.
Aw.
No.
The disappointment is
I
too
know.
great.
You have no
I gotta
idea
look.
what Don's been creating, everybody. It's going to be breathtaking when it actually when he finishes this. Don't you worry.
Yes. Just I
I'm
want you
with
to.
myself.
I would like to tell you that when there is a will, there's a way, and in the forensic field, if you have the right tools, you can and you want to get to the truth. There are many possibilities. One of them, it is the possibility to reconstruct a crime scene using 3D. I think you all know that OJ crime trial, where they showed us some crime reconstruction. That was long time ago, but now the possibilities are much powerful. And I would like to share just a glimpse of some of my work. And I'm sorry I didn't finish because I had a lot of work to do, and Tanya and Dave know that my personal life is quite difficult. So I think you all recognize this what is in this program. It is a top view of Saratoga Trail of Watts House. I partially modeled the Watts House. I was interested in a.
Don, I'm sorry. Can I just real quick? Can you zoom in a little bit?
Like this?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, there are many scenes I would like to show you. Like, for instance, this one.
Oh, here we go. Everyone.
This one.
Dave, quiet. Mute yourself. You guys, I have not seen that, so it's the first time for me too.
Yes.
I gotta mute myself.
Yep.
I don't deserve so much.
Only here though.
attention.
Only here on this channel.
Now, I wanted to show you that it is possible to work professionally. I am using everything I have this in my library of software. As you know, I have the possibility to use official forensic software for law enforcement. This is not one of them. This what you see in here can be done by everybody that has this software I'm using. Of course, it takes some work and some skills, but nevertheless, the software is available to everybody. So, how did I model that? Well, I will show you something. I had two photos. What you see modeled in 3D is coming from two photos. Of course, I had not the possibility to go there and measure everything, but this program allows me to reconstruct a scene using still photos. The more, the better. I mean, the accuracy is higher if I'm using more photos. So this is a view from the front right, the view we got used to see behind Dave. This is from up left. This is from a drone footage. And what I'm interested in was to do an analysis of the shadows. Some people said a few things about shadows and how expert they are about shadows. But if you want to be an expert, you have to do it like this, using a 3D model and using all light sources in the scene, and only then you can decide what is what and what is not. Talking about shadows, this program has the possibility to turn back to 2018 on August the 13th, as you can see on the right. I don't know if you can see the cursor of my mouse.
Yes.
As you see, I set the date to August 2018 on the 13th and the hour. We can slide this cursor to adjust the hour. For instance, right now.
Oh, you're good. Oh, you're good. I'm loving this.
Now it is 5:26.
Just get everyone, guys, get everyone here. We pause for a second, get everyone here. This is a first for me too. And everybody who is interested in justice needs to see this. For real.
This is how an expert works.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a true Oh my god! Oh my god! Seriously, people are saying in chat, Dave's so excited. Dave, it's like Christmas. It is like fucking Christmas. I'm sorry I swore. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
We can adjust the time zone also. We are on universal time -7. What I have to do more is to add lights on those 3 lamps.
Can I just ask you real quick something, Don?
Sure.
Can you, so you basically, what you can do is simulating the weather as well on that date and that time?
Not the weather, the illumination.
Okay, thank you.
But I have other software that can simulate all kind of weather. I mean, this is just a schematic view because I didn't add the texture. Not that it counts too much, but
right.
We can see from inside the car if you want.
Oh my God, I mute myself. This is just too much. Genius, you are genius.
I mean, if you look, I started to model Nate's house. The camera would be around here. And once I will put it in the right place, we'll be able to look and to see what the camera saw. So I will adjust exactly the camera to the right position, and then we will see how the shadows look like.
Oh my God, I'm at the edge of my seat. Just letting you know.
Okay. Having enough time, I could do more, but it is a very time-consuming activity. Usually, this kind of reconstruction is used in high-profile trials. Given there is enough money to pay it. I mean, I don't ask for any money, as you know, but I'm doing just to show you that if you want to get to the truth, nothing can stop you. We have the means, we have the brain, and what we don't have is not enough time, but we are committed to do what we promised. And I wanted to have another surprise, but I didn't have the time. I would like to show you in the near future that you can clone somebody else's voice using just 5 seconds of their speech. For instance, I could do an audio recording with Dave saying something very nice about NK. Or with Tanya talking on the phone with Chris Watts in prison. So my advice is...
It's me.
I miss your face.
My advice is this. Don't trust any audio recording. None. Because there is the possibility to clone any voice. Or, like I say, don't trust anything you hear and only half of what you see. By the way, the map you see is from Google, and it is exactly from that location. I located the house in the proper place with an accuracy about a few centimeters.
So all the dimensions are actually the dimensions.
Yes.
Wow.
My main
Don, next time
reference.
you do this, can you please put inscribe all of our channels all over that house, please? Because I can imagine this being somewhere else in the next few days for some reason. Sadly. That's just unbelievable work, Don. That's just unbelievable work.
It's not something big. I mean, as I said, the software is available. It costs a few $100s. A proper training takes about a few months. But in the end, if somebody wants to do, can do it. Tanya, do you want to learn it?
Oh, obviously, yes.
I was shocked.
Please.
Yeah.
But you're doing it for me. I know you. Thank you.
You're amazing, Don.
I'm not that
Like,
smart.
you truly are. You people. 3 months ago, Don came to us both and showed us something that he had started, and we were like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was like just unbelievable.
Wow,
And
look at this. This is exactly the same dimensions.
it's unbelievable what he has created, people. You don't where he's come to from where he was, from the first image we saw to this. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. And now you also see, guys, with him putting this up, you know, and going through Nate's footage and stuff like that, you just have to be patient, you guys, because it was absolutely unbelievable what he did with Nate's footage, what we saw on Nate's footage, and now this. It's crazy. I'm just lost for words.
Amazing.
Wait until the illumination and the shadows and all that is inserted in this. This
Wait
will
until those lights get
blow
turned
your
on.
socks off and
I
your
want to see the
underwear.
lights go on and the garage door go up.
Oh my God.
Look what happens when I go to January. The shadows are longer because the sun is lower also.
Yes.
And now is in summer,
Oh my God.
October, November, December.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's easy.
Don, you're
A genius.
an absolute genius. An
No, I'm
absolute
not.
genius.
No.
See, I always knew, if you go back to that previous image of where you show the house from front on. No, with the from high up, the white, when it's white from high up. There we go. And then if you go up and show the street view of it, up nice and high where you got all the other houses. Oh, look at that. There we go. Look at that. It's only hobbits that live next to the Watts residence by the looks of things. Those houses are very flat.
Betty was not even born.
Correct. Don, you're oh my goodness. Amazing work. Absolutely amazing work. Unbelievable.
So if somebody is not even now convinced that it works, being part of this community, I wanted to show you proof that this is only the beginning. We will have many such cases.
Yes.
And
yeah.
We invite you to join us.
Yes.
Your input will be appreciated.
Oh, Don.
I don't even know what to say right now. I'm gonna have a word with you after this because you cannot give me heart attacks like that. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so
People
much.
know I get very
Like,
emotional, and this is
I
touching
said to
me.
you before, I said to Don, it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. And he said to me, well, don't expect so much. It's only a little thing. And I'm
No.
like, okay. Oh my God.
Now you said that you'll put an announcement about something special, and I
Yeah, about
told
the
you,
Vivint, because that's all I knew.
yeah. So now you're happy.
Don Joe, thank you
Wow.
for remaining anonymous for the world, because you are actually providing us here in a true crime community on YouTube the opportunity to see how true professionals work, and I admire you for your
Anonymity.
yeah, that's it.
Oh my
I
God, I
admire
am.
you. I admire you for that, Don. You're an incredible human being, and just keep
Yes.
being who you are. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just
Thank you
can't.
too.
I don't know what else to say.
I really appreciate both of you because you trusted me and you shared some very personal information with me. Of course, me also. And that means a lot because I needed that. I needed somebody to share things from my life. And I think you too.
Yes, definitely.
No worries, Don.
Are you
No
having a
worries at all.
champagne breakfast, Dave?
Oh my God, I think I'm going to have to have a bourbon. Seriously,
Um,
this is unbelievable. This
I'm
is
gonna
like
have another
ridiculous.
Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I'm not drinking. But yeah, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait for the 3D reconstruction of the crime scene to be finished. So we will all see and we all will witness what actually really happened. You know, Don can do that with illumination, even shadows, all that stuff. So, oh my God, I can't wait. I truly can't wait.
Unbelievable.
So spread the
Unbelievable.
word. This is how a real professional is working.
This is how it's done, everyone.
I would like also to use this occasion to invite other forensic experts to come to YouTube or to other channels where they can share their knowledge, because only like this we can help to reduce, if not eradicate, the corruption and the incompetence.
Yeah. And not only on this case, on many cases to follow.
Of course.
And I'm so looking forward to work with you guys and so looking forward, you know, our little community is absolutely amazing. And we're growing and growing and growing because people just want the truth.
Yep. Well.
And with
I
work
can-
like this, we truly can provide it. It's like, this is absolutely amazing. I never seen anything like it before. I mean, in some court case, I know that they do 3D reconstructions and stuff like that, but never actually physically saw, you know, how it works and what you did and stuff like that. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, people can do many interesting things like crash cars, crash planes, crash trains to reconstruct everything.
Yeah.
It is all to have access to the right tools and to be passionate about it.
Exactly. And talk to the right people as well.
Yes.
You know, it's not only that, it's talking to the
That-
right people.
That is why we need your support. Those people from outside that didn't know what the true investigation means. And we planned, I talked with Tanya and I wanted to do a show about how a true investigation is done.
Oh yeah.
Just to have a reference.
Dave
Well,
is actually speechless. Catherine's saying.
The bar has been raised. Who wants to come and join us?
Yeah. I mean, really, truly join us. No competition. You know?
Okay, let's talk about something else. What will you do next?
What will I do next?
Yes.
I'm going to lay my grandfather to rest. This is what's on my mind. Yeah, and then obviously investigating further with you guys by bringing up the next timeline. I have some interesting stuff to show in the next part. I started a little bit today to do some stuff. But yeah, everything at a time, and I cannot make so big, like I explained yesterday, I cannot make at the moment those big steps, because I have so much stuff going on in my mind, and I truly appreciate that you guys understand. But yeah, I'm not stopping, definitely not stopping.
Can I do a short poll? Let's say if people want more live show with answering their questions.
Yeah, of
That
course.
was a very successful live yesterday.
That was very nice.
It was it was incredible. I always like doing the odd Q&A, over on my channel. And yesterday, that was just an amazing question and answer thing that was only going to go for an hour originally planned, and it went for over 3.
Yeah.
So,
But I really enjoyed that. And if you've seen, I can do a Q&A part 4. I already have 3.
would you like more Q&As between our channels? Put a 1 in chat for yes and a 2 for no, please.
Yeah, if you're interested in it. And also I want to do another subscribers findings in the future.
Even those that haven't even been commenting in chat, if you can just pick up your phone and put a 1 or a 2.
That's a clear sign of yes.
I just want to see who's watching that actually hasn't been commenting. All they have to do is put a 1 or a 2 in. Don't be shy. Just put a 1 or a 2 in chat.
And be honest. I mean, if you don't want to, then put a 2.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
I would like to apologize if somebody was upset because I said I answered with no comment to some of their questions. Trust me, I have very strong reasons to do that.
We all do.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to inform you. It's not like I'm the owner of some magic information. No.
Yeah. And also it's just some certain things we know in the background that we are not allowed to say.
Correct.
So if you would, oh my God, I don't even want to say it, but if you would know one particular thing we know, you would go, oh my God. And this is, everything will come at its time.
And
just
we're
be
not
patient, you
and
guys.
people, please don't think we're stringing you along. That's the other thing.
No.
Okay, if we could give you definitive things, we are going to give them.
Yes.
This is what we do, and we will continue to investigate until we can deliver everything.
Yeah.
We won't run, we don't hide. Put that. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
And those of you that don't know, I have a great little video over on my channel, and it is all about not running and not hiding. We will get to the truth. We will get to the truth in this case.
Right.
Dave has the copyright on pipes.
I have the copyright on pipes. Yes, yeah. Usually it involves I'm not going to say it. Put that in the pipe and blow it out of somewhere. Yep. And it's not your mouth.
Don, this is for you.
From my information, no. It depends. It depends what investigation is about. Investigating what's case? No.
I mean, keep in mind
the
that
investigators, yes.
keep in mind that they were raided by Internal Affairs, so yeah.
Yeah. It's like, for them, it's like having a colonoscopy. No.
Yeah.
And they have to drink that stuff for 3 days straight, and not just one.
Yeah.
And without anesthetic.
Yes.
Let's say there are let's say there are other sources way more important than them.
Correct. Absolutely.
Oh wow, I feel happy. Thank you so much, everybody.
You've restored any.
I never thought that I would have a laugh this week, honestly.
Well,
Compared to how down I was 2 days ago still.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I think it was the right decision to come back on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Just to take take my mind to something else. It's really, you guys rock, honestly. So Dave, are you doing what? Sorry?
Tanya, I did the same.
Yeah.
A little bit later on today, I'm actually going to do a very small live stream. It's actually an important live stream and a humorous live stream. And it's going to be
epic.
It's
Epic.
It's going
Can I
to
be
be
there?
pretty cool. It involves matches and lighters.
What?
And fires. I can't wait. It's going to be good to watch. Mm-hmm.
When are you gonna go live?
A couple of hours. I'll just have a bit of a break and just chill out. I don't want all 500 of you to come over there now and watch. All right, not now, I can assure you. But yes, I'm going to do a very small live. It's going to be funny.
You're talking about fireworks?
Not quite fireworks, but let's just say it's going to involve flames.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's going to involve flames, and it's going to be epic. Of course, it's going to be cool. For the way I'm feeling right now, I can't imagine anything better than actually happen than what you're all about to see. It's going to be really cool.
Has it to do with the case?
It's a little bit to do with the case. Yeah.
It's about
I
shadows?
suppose it's to do with the.
It's
No,
about
I don't want to
shadows.
talk about shadows anymore. Oh, no.
There may be some shadows in the flames. It'll just be amazing what you can see within them.
Yeah.
Yes, the writing may be on the wall.
We're fooling ourselves.
I hope I will be there. It's almost 2, but
Yep.
yeah.
We'll see. We will see. No, I'm not burning the recliner. They won't even take the recliner at the rubbish dump. So how am I supposed to get rid of it? I just don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful thing you did for us, Don. Thank
Yes,
you,
thank
Tanya.
you.
Thank you. I'm going to actually jump off now and let you
Yeah.
finish your show. All right. I want to say a massive goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for being here for the three of us, and especially for Tanya, and especially for Don and the incredible work that he does for us. Thanks,
Thanks for
everybody.
being here. See you
Cheers.
later. Bye.
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 All right, you guys. One more question. What do you think the odds are that the others will be brought to justice? Trial.
Usually I don't bet. But although you might think I'm I'm doing a supposition, the outcome will depend also on you.
On me?
No, you the subscribers, you the viewers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. By spreading the word
And putting pressure.
and putting pressure. Exactly.
One of my main goals would be that those authorities, those institutions like the law enforcement, the prosecution, and the justice, to be afraid. So next time they should not lie to us.
Mm-hmm. What question was that? Didn't I just put it up? Pretty smart. How can we help you? Just spread the word. Tell everybody that there are people onto this and we won't stop. Right, Dawn?
Exactly. We need your help.
Yeah. And Pretty Smart, can you please repeat your question? I don't know if I missed it. Could the Ruseks not raise a private prosecution? Well, they're fine with how it is. I look comfy. I am comfy. Pretty smart. We're waiting. Yes, of course, share the video. You can share everything. Screenshot, share. Would be nice if you credit us, though. All right, I think I missed, or all that was, hi Melina, all that was Pretty Smart's question. You will never shut up about this, Super Sunshine, Sue. Neither will we. Do you think anyone knows where NK is? FBI, CBI? Yes, they do.
If she's alive, yes.
When I will be asking the R's for a guest appearance on the show, if they change their mind and want justice, then probably. Our opinions differ too great. Need to buckle up. Yes. Dawn, I cannot tell you when the next stream will be. I'm doing my best to be on here next weekend. But I cannot promise you anything. I just want to, let it come as it comes. Tuesday, big day for me, very sad day, probably. And yeah, I don't know if I get anything together next weekend. So yeah, but I do my best. I do miss you guys when I'm not live, definitely. Could ever have what's talk to us here. You mean the family or himself, Aussie girl Jen. The family, yeah, I would imagine. Yeah, probably all of us would have done. But like I said yesterday, maybe they, like the main public, you do believe what your law enforcement does and you put your trust in them, don't you? Right. Okay. All right. If there is not any more questions, I would like to go to bed as well. Maybe I can be there for Dave's live later on. Don, I just want to say again, thank you so much for being here today and for showing us this amazing part of your work. And we truly can expect even more from you once you're finished with your stuff, with the stuff you're working on. And I can't wait. I really, truly can't wait. And I hope you guys can't wait either. But
Maybe
What?
maybe
Sorry?
with this pandemic, we will all stay home, and I will have more time. I
I'm
don't
not. I
want
work in
that.
retail.
I don't want that, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows what comes, right? So you guys, stay good, stay kind. Don't indulge in drama. Thank you all so much for joining and watching tonight. Thank you so much to all my moderators. And yeah, thank you for just being you and being here. And I see you guys very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.